A very warm welcome to you watching from around the world. We're here in Copenhagen for the first CS2 major PGL Copenhagen 2024. Chatty B by my side. My name's Machine and we are getting into map 2. This is Heroic's map pick Mirage. They are one map away, Chad, of getting themselves into the elimination stage.
Yeah, and you mentioned Copenhagen, primarily Danish team. There will be a lot of Heroic jerseys if they're able to make it through the elimination stage into the playoffs. But that's still a whole nother weekend away. And maybe, just maybe, a whole lot more maps of Counter-Strike. Let's see if Eternal Fire can push us to the third and decider of this series. The Turks get to start on the CT side of Heroic's map choice, and we are destined for a B finish. Short smoke, market as well, and flashes ahoy. They roll on in.
Yeah, Magic's managed to hit the very first bullet despite a white screen. Good placement of the crosshair. Quick boost directed as well for Wicardia to get a sightline into the site. TeSeS bench, Nerds towards get right. You've got Shush as well. So there's three coming in from the market, and they've caught TeSeS. This is perfect from Eternal Fire. They should have this pistol unless Shush can get the multi. He's good for one with, well, Nerds is good for two. And that might be enough to get us a little more interested into the potentials here. Yeah, XANTARES needs that fast, as does Calyx. And with that 10-second defuse picked up, they'll take the pistol.
3 from 3, and the pistols so far in favor of Eternal Fire. And Magic keeping the mood high. You'd think after how the previous one went down, you'd be somewhat soured, but another map, another chance.
And I wonder if, you know, a reaction like that out of Magio indicates that he has an idea of calling what his opponent's pistol is going to look like. You know, he's sitting there going, they're probably going to finish B, boys. And then when what you expect happens and you find a double kill, you're right in a high. Most definitely. Good shooting from his teammates as well. But yeah, double from Magio. We get the first, the opening, and a second as well after boosting Wicardia up for one.
Well, it is key to note that Nerds is the highest rated player for Heroic on this map. Okay. Swiftly followed by TeSeS, and the two of them finding good impact and good output. As 40 silenced bullets rain out through the Windows smoke. Nikodos didn't really use the scope rifles all that much on Vertigo, but Mirage, a different story. Catches Maggia on the jump spot, tags him up, knowing that if he's hit him to the body, that's about 70 points of damage. Maggia, the walking wounded. And rifles appear to be the choice of Eternal Fire. 5 silenced M4s brought into round number 2. TeSeS back to spawn for a redeploy. Window obscured again. And talking of util, Eternal Fire just have a flash and 2 HEs, so very little to contend with as far as blocking concerned. They can definitely blow it away. XANTARES wants some info, might catch an awful lot. They've been able to stay out of vision up short. This B split is into 3 players. So they're trying to make good on Nikodos' tag, but keep in mind the loose piece of Woxic already in market.
Blind spot there with Punish. Nikodos finishes what he started, kicks and confirms Wicardia's position. This Woxic as well in the crossfire, good for the first. Hard for Woxic now. He's still finding contributions. That could be the good nade. Doesn't hit. And so the bomb will go down thanks to Nerds. Market covered. Missed shot from Nikodos' scout. Already he's found one. Woxic could be his next victim, but he stands and bangs, takes the headshot. Close quarters on the dig. TeSeS would need to do something, needs to do everything. Beautifully handled by Woxic. Triple kill. He was there when they needed him.
Yeah, and you could see they were leaning over, expecting that type of a play. Magic gets tagged, he calls for aid. They have more than enough bodies to deal with that. And Woxic didn't have the best of showings on Vertigo, so it's great if he can start things off. Oscar, I don't want to be too grouchy. Into map number 2. This was the shot of Nikodos on towards Maggia and even found the follow-up. So good scout work, but not enough to secure the round. With the bomb going down, does mean that Heroic can invest once more. But an AK has been scavenged. Maggia, unfortunately, in the previous round had a rifle. This time we'll just have an SMG, but he has to know that this Kixon-led team love a force buy. This time straight in towards what you'd expect to be an A execute. Top mid smoke to obscure the vision and keep this 3-prong mid defense, short window and cat occupied while they waterfall out Palace.
Yeah, this all from Woxic's not going to connect the first, but with Calyx's help, the double and a dink as well from Calyx's M4. Wicardia quick to respond, tending to the threat. Surprising that survives that. I think just through the concrete. 6 HP on him as he's now on high alert for the potential
Plant denial is fantastic. If
Right.
Eternal Fire can avoid the bomb going down, disallow the digits to be punched from Heroic, it will alleviate a slight bit of pressure. Nerds, hands off the mouse.
Yeah, I mean, because he's just had that same conclusion of like, I've got the bomb, don't have a teammate right now, a plant would be huge.
Does TeSeS only have a Glock?
It appears to be the case.
So it is Nerds on 6 HP as the only threat unless TeSeS can get out his go-go gadget arms.
Yeah. Little telekinetic grab onto that rifle.
Come here. The AK Whisperer.
Yoink! He's gotten the AK. Will they get anything more? Magic doesn't think so. And Nerds with no HP, a single bullet would do it. He's man.
How's he got away with
I don't know
that?
how he's pulled that off. He's pulled off one headshot. We still don't expect to plant it.
But not with XANTARES so low.
It's impossible. There's 3 of them here. Like, he'll fake it and try and tap away at XANTARES. A point of damage, a stiff breeze takes him down.
Oh, they've allowed it.
No, what is he doing? That's crazy impressive from Nerds. His 6 HP bomb plant.
Jeez.
Never mind a frag onto Woxic. He makes that work.
That is a lot of output considering the circumstances.
Truly.
2 more kills and the bomb going down with the loss bonus at 2,900. We'll take another buy, thank you very much, says Heroic. The AWP scavenge and AK in the hands of XANTARES, but money is still a little bit wobbly for Eternal Fire. They can get themselves out another buy, right? They could go Galil heavy, Nerds could get into an AK. But this is where the party got started for them over on Vertigo. Similar scenes to how it kicked off with the CT side of Eternal Fire, T side of Heroic. They went into the 3rd round, they bought 1 AK, and they upgraded some pistols around. And I think at the time the AK was on Nikodos. He got over towards that sandbag position. So right now, Nerds could go AK armor, the rest could go Tech 9s and pistols, and they could operate in the exact same fashion. And if they get in towards the site, then it will be, well, actually, Nerds, because he had 5,400, he should be fine if it's just AK head armor to go for a buy into the next regardless.
Well, that bomb plant has definitely facilitated a more threatening 4th round.
Hasn't it? So here it is. Similar scenes to Vertigo. But will Heroic be able to pick this round up in similar fashion?
Let's get this party started. Tech 9s, Deagles, and a dream. XANTARES. Not ever really shying away from this mid-window spam.
Oh, they missed the boost over towards B.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, well, you get the mark on the floor, you look down, you make sure you line it up perfectly.
Gets there all the same.
Still scary against pistols, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely, he's planning on firing 1 shot, regardless of its result, he'll be out of there. Should be okay as an early warning system.
It's very quiet across the rest of the map.
Do you send a Tech 9 to bait the shot? One would expect. TeSeS likely to be that man put on the chopping block.
Sure, still in spawn with a smoke in hand. So what's the go signal for Kixon? When is the call made? Trisha's smoke lobbed out now.
There's no info really on mid either. There's the shot. Nails it onto TeSeS. No trade available and covered nicely. Look at them work. Woxic and Wicardia in perfect synchronicity defending this B-bomb site. He knows where you are. Nails him through the wall. Nikodos working with 50. Nice little pop flash as well. Eats them for breakfast.
Okay, well, Crisis averted. This was a fantastic defense. Likely to be spotless. 20 seconds left. And Woxic will finish off what he started.
So that's 2 rounds that Heroic have headed B, and Woxic is left with 3 kills. First with the M4, now with the AWP. It's certainly going to start leaving a mark on Heroic in terms of their expectations and their preferences. Do you really want to keep going B if Woxic is, and Wicardia, you know, those are names in the feed you don't want to be seeing repeatedly. Strong individuals has Eternal Fire, and they're coming into Heroic's map pick reinvigorated, knowing how close they got on their Vertigo. Woxic takes his AWP mid. He will be smoked off, but maybe a pot shot. Connect. Deep incendiary.
Yeah, Heroic, as mentioned, we're going to get the guns out regardless, but you're bang on. What do they opt for now? They haven't been able to find that success they were looking for over towards B. This round, they're not fighting for control early. They're allowing Eternal Fire to go through their paces. We've seen this from Madja before. It seemed well prepared from Nikodos with his search on the scout, right? He got the tag, he was looking for exactly for that. So homework has been done in terms of how the in-game leader likes to get his space. Nice little alley-oop there. Flash from short to facilitate a XANTARES peak, but that's enough. A minute 10 on the clock, and now the mid-control gambit will begin. Window and connector, deep smoke. We see a molly as well to help flush out any pesky CTs. XANTARES on high alert.
Jiggle from Wakadia. Spots them. Incendiary forces him wide and isolates TeSeS. So brilliant individual prowess displayed from Wakadia. He is going to be flashed off of the line. Pressure applied. Madja down. Wakadia, he will find the doubles, and XANTARES will be traded out by Nerds. Leaves us in a 2-on-2. Now with 30 seconds and the bomb on short, Nerds has got to pull up his socks.
Get past this all.
Yeah, just as easy as that. Woxic finds more impact. 8 kills to 1 death. It's a heroic KD.
Just ahead of his smoke, he had the right idea. Calix should have this.
Okay, slight opportunity here. Kicks in
15
only
seconds.
with 1 HP though. 1 HP, 1v2. It should and is impossible. At least in this reality for Kixon, they keep the sheet clean. Perfect so far. 5-0, full focus from Eternal Fire.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's what you want to see, because both of these teams, I wouldn't even call them cusp teams. I would expect both of these teams to make it through to the elimination stage and join the 8 we already have, the likes of Vitality, FaZe, Spirit.
That was Na'Vi.
Complexity, of course.
Complexity. Yeah, one more.
But, Virtus Pro.
Yeah. Leg shot. Kixon. Double nade, triple nade, straight to the face, and Kixon's taken down Wakadia. They're making this work. This is a half buy. Okay. Is this really where they buck the trend, or is XANTARES going to flip the script on him? Missed spray. Still got half a mag. He can work with this. Kixon's managed to get himself into window. Madja's found out TeSeS, but there's a lot of bodies in middle. He's running out of bullets. Has to get away. Caught with a nade. Body shot missing. Shush down. They are picking this one back up. They're dusting themselves off, and XANTARES onto Nikodos. Gets awkward now, trying to punish the reload, but Calix is there to provide the cover. Nerds has got the bomb. They're not going to expect this! He gets 1, he could get 2. Nerds has surely done enough. With the bomb now under control, Madja can come up clutch.
Kixon was noisy about the B play. I think Madja's aware.
But Madja, if he doesn't see him as he clears, he's going to expect CT. His options are not particularly exciting, and oh, Madja, this is even spicier.
He might just catch him back.
He's going to flank it. Oh, beautiful! That's high impact. You thought Kixon had done enough there. They created chaos. But nice recovery there from Eternal Fire. The triple from Madja. I thought Nerds' double was enough to tip the scales, but a very important trade from Madja.
Well, this was Kixon getting the HE, landing it in combination. The Nerds double that you mentioned, but while Madja was on Cat, Kixon ran noisily through underpass back through B app. So if they'd heard that, which it seems like they had, aware of what maneuvers were available to Kixon, who was awfully low on HP, Saul's hit the big red button. It's going to be the second of the third tactical timeouts called already.
We just saw Vertigo being
streaky as hell.
90 rounds biased. Now we're watching Mirage, and Heroic haven't been able to get a single T round going.
No, they had some moments where they've been threatening, but unable to break through. If you take a look at the right-hand side of your screen right now, I think it shows just how close Heroic have been in certain scenarios, right? We're talking 600 on Wakadia, 1700 for XANTARES, Madja with 850, right? So the cash is still in a very brittle position if you're Eternal Fire. You lose one, and then you have to be force buying with whatever you saved or very little. So Heroic still have them right where they want them. It's just about breaking through. While Eternal Fire, it's about holding on.
Nice movement to get Wakadia set up early on ladder. Going for a forward AWP defense.
How does Calix go?
You'd think with the AWP posted, he's fine where he is.
Shadow.
Missed shot between the wickets. Still doesn't stop Calix with the double. Covered by XANTARES. The team play is there, everywhere. Heroic try and go. It's just where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's Eternal Fire bodies.
Good response time from XANTARES, because Shush coming out of apps, if he gets the second kill onto Calix, well then you've gone 2 for 2.
Different round.
Oh, well they know where the bomb's going. On high alert towards B. Here's Madja. Can't go down without a fight. Otherwise, A winnable 2v3, I'd say.
Yeah, it's up to TeSeS, who's been having a great time. Oh, wow, he's good. So aware of the possibilities. Getting himself in to the B site, kicks into plant. Now 2v4 goes 2v3. Is this where that first elusive round is going to be found? Into the kitchen position. Kixon has to deal with Calix clearly, which he can't. Brilliant find from Calix. That will activate XANTARES. Spots him out on the jiggle. TeSeS hunting, bringing the fight to him. And he knows what's up. TeSeS does nail the first. Cost him half health, held by Wicardia on this angle. Jiggles out, jumping through, covered beautifully.
Well
Eternal Fire's Counter-Strike is just looking so pristine.
It's such a little detail, but the fact that a sound cue has to be made for him to get through that window, and Wicardia knowing that the contact needs to be made while the safe diffuses cut, it's great. Instead of just sitting out like a sore thumb, waiting to get your head bopped off by TeSeS, who's displayed some great aim over the last couple of days, you sit and you play it perfectly, and you keep it spotless. 7-0. Still just holding on, but it doesn't matter while you're racking up the rounds. This is Heroic's map choice.
Yeah, and they're being made to feel rather helpless on this first half of our second map.
Overpass is the third and decider if we need to get there. But great to see these two teams locking horns in such fashion.
Yeah, and I mean, in hot pursuit of getting to the next stage of the major, this is where the stakes are at their highest. He's gone straight through the consmoke. He's found a gap.
I like it.
He's found a gap, Chad. Oh, and he hears XANTARES on the reload. He knows what's up. XANTARES has given up the ghost. He's gone. Calix now under a lot of scrutiny from Sandwich. He's going to find Shush. Nice find from him. Surely the trade. Oh, good for the second onto Nerds. Now the bomb will go down. Good find from Madja. Tapping away onto Nikados on the stairs. A fake plant from TeSeS. We'll try and get it down now. Punching in the code. 2-on-2 emerges. Is this where Kixon and TeSeS can muster up a round?
Oh, if Woxic rejoins Madja, which he should, you don't want to go through the murder hole. You have a smoke for the bomb. So if they're able to get out on towards the side, it becomes doable.
It's all onto TeSeS. He can't give this fight up. Kixon worried about all these options, but they're coming and they're sneaking in contact. Spots him out. TeSeS just sticking out, holding on.
Finish it.
Need a cover, need some cover. Lined up for them. Heroic. Break their silence. Round 8.
Break the key word, Alex. I think you've just broken Eternal Fire's finances. Wicardia has enough for a rifle, but the rest not to be the same. It will have to be a force buy, considering the 1,400 loss that they've just been able to accrue, 1,900 into the next. So you know how this flows. You force buy into this one. You hope that you're able to win it. If you can't, you have to take the eco into the next. The 19 plus the 2,400, that gets you a buy. But an opportunity now for Heroic to edge themselves back into this game. 5 still a possibility, and 5 fine on the T side of Mirage. The full investment. They actually have gotten out 2 M4s. I believe Calix has dropped one of the 2. Giving it to the best riflers on the team, Wicardia and XANTARES. They need to be successful if Eternal Fire want to keep the floodgates closed.
Oh yeah, XANTARES is flirting with some aggression here. TeSeS misses his first. Not something we've said all too often, given the first bullet accuracy out of the Dane.
But that was the opening gambit. What next?
Next, you lose mid-control. You concede it. TeSeS can stretch his legs through the smoke again, really? Nerds has just walked through con. XANTARES looking the other way. Distracted by all those players. Shush gets in. Nerds is in. The A site's open for business now. They are worried about Dark. CT is occupied. Could be one hell of a nade. Bang. Nikados onto Calix. Those broken economy from Eternal Fire has been punished, and a clean second round. Consecutive fashion for the boys of Heroic. You can see Nerds trying to get the juices flowing. They know, as well as you do, Chad, that a 7-5 half is attainable. It's within reach.
And you don't get too many of these type of rounds in Counter-Strike with MR12 and the way that teams are constantly saving guns or buying in a cheeky M4. So now they will get themselves what should be almost the cleanest of ecos out of Eternal Fire. I struggle to see how they can justify any investment. So right now, maybe a tank assembled somewhere across the map, hoping to do a little bit of damage and saving themselves into a rifle.
I haven't heard that before. Assembling a tank. Yeah, exactly what a good word for it. When you throw your USPs. Normally you're standing still as a tank. This one is more of a nimble leap out the window to your demise. Hey! Olé! Kicks it.
With the ace. All 5.
Someone's got to get him. And 11 frags for Kixon as he adds 5 to the tally. Very
yeah, that's
nice.
going to be one of his proudest moments right there, Alex. Kixon taking down all 5 of Eternal Fire.
Aces at the major, gets 1 for the stats.
It couldn't have been a less equipped opponent, if possible. They could have left their USPs at spawn. That would have been the only other way.
Let's get it going, though. I mean, the timeout here is perfectly timed, right? This seems very well advised from Eternal Fire in the sense that the flavor of the second half is determined by how these 2 rounds go.
Yeah, because you will lose all momentum. Sure, you've had a great half up until this point, but if you leave now with a 7-5 scoreline and 5 rounds consecutive for Heroic, it's a bit of a changing of the tide in terms of who's going to have the confidence, and this is Heroic's map choice. So Eternal Fire, even just grabbing 1 out of the next 2, that's going to be enough.
Is it also safe to assume that Kixon's going to be calling something while taking into account there might be omissions in utility from Eternal Fire?
Well, you know, with the 19 plus the 2400, right, we can all do some basic maths. Maybe there's no AWP. If there is, it's a glass cannon. Right? Also have to think...
Or it's loud.
He heard it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, this is a dance.
Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward for everyone. Everyone involved. Nikodos just brings the fight to him, and Madge's aggression has taken down the AWPer. I love that. In the absence of nades, let's throw a charging IGL into Palace. XANTARES, he's ready for this play. He was so ready for this play. Wakadia sets him up for success, topples both of them. TeSeS couldn't find the response, and already this round has fallen through the fingers of Heroic.
The Flash was able to connect onto both of the pieces there. That's beautiful. We saw them attempted earlier on within the half, and it didn't connect. This time round, Wakadia with the alley-oop and the slam dunk from XANTARES to secure what should be the 8th round now, a 2v5 ahead of them for Kixon and Shush. And it all started with that awkward moment in the street. We've all been walking down the sidewalk and someone's been coming our way and we both go the same direction. We both go the same direction again. And eventually you walk home and you're safe.
Yeah, I like to pretend I'm like a basketball player. You know, I start kind of jiggling around.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dribble through their legs.
Exactly. Well, Wakadia and Calix are going to get an opportunity here.
You know what, that actually never happens in Malta because no one in Malta ever gets out of your way.
Well, no one ever walks in Malta, right? Everyone's driving everywhere. Yeah, hold on. Hold your horses, because you've been forced back. Oh, double molly nearly killed him.
Dear.
Yeah, hang on. Hold your horses, Chadney.
What a 2v5 this'll be.
This is getting uncomfortable now. If Kixon doesn't force the issue.
There is a kid at least.
He's going to have a look, and he's ready for the fight. Woxic, rewarded for his patience now.
But 2, so low. Shush can win this.
He certainly could, Chad. This would be one hell of a turnaround. It looked like it was over. 2 versus 5. And now XANTARES gets the information, knows where he is, occupies the apartments, but beheaded is Madja. Woxic's low as well. He's got the lineup. The HE could be perfect. Woxic needs to be defusing now. Shush has surely done this. 2v5! Absurdity in the major. The Danes alive in Copenhagen.
Massive. I cannot believe they pulled that off. They've just walked up short. This is after the round started with the awkward Palace play. The orb gets removed immediately. This is it again. Both of them in unison. Lopping off heads. And they're in. The bomb down. XANTARES concedes the space.
Outstanding.
And that right there is Heroic, still with 5 available in the first half. How has that happened?
Whoa, we were just talking about how that changes the flavor. That round right there, off the back of an Eternal Fire timeout. Probably talking about how they were going to set up XANTARES for such an impactful double, but it all was for naught. And now Wakadia's trying a little touch of aggression himself. Pushed up on the smoke in case he had to punish. No one is going to be trying too much of an aggressive maneuver right out the gates. He'll back away. This gets interesting now.
I can't believe they lost that round.
That is absurd.
And we know that sometimes there can be a furrowed brow or 2 on the Eternal Fire squad. They are going to have to make sure they don't find themselves falling into that pit of despair.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about how you react to the emotions of that round. You can give up, you can take it out on your teammates, or you can focus on finding 8 here. Wakadia. Oh, Oh, he's been spotted and nails it. TeSeS cut down by the FAMAS. He's not ready for more. Not ready at all. Put on the floor by Nikodos, just running him down, holding Mouse 1 on the move. Big shots out of Nerds. Eternal Fire, the tilt is coming. As Woxic with a shotgun for the retake. Calyx on an MP9. This is abysmal. Despite Wicardia finding the first.
You have to give it a go, lads.
Yeah, nothing more. Nothing less. Mollies aplenty.
You have one option right now.
You're going to be running into Nerds and Shush to swing. It's too perfect. It's set up for success. There's another for Nerds. XANTARES claws back one with Calyx's help. They're getting through, but there's still another crossfire to get past. Shush will close, and it's 5 for Heroic. 5 on the trot, no less. We have just had streaks on streaks throughout this entire series.
Yeah, and that could have been broken. It is such a fumble for Eternal Fire, and it's difficult to keep that out of your head. You don't have a 2 to 3 minute halftime break. We have about 30 seconds, and you get back underway. You need to forget about that right here, right now, and kick things off with the pistol. You now switch over to the attack. You got to forget about it. You got to pick up where you left off, and remember, just the shots that you were hitting within the start of this game, you were holding Heroic at the door.
Wow. Shush with that 4K 2v5. It has completely changed the dynamics of Mirage. Don't forget, we just spent the first 7 rounds watching Eternal Fire tooth and nail every round. And we come into the second half with just a 2-round discrepancy. If Heroic win the pistol, Eternal Fire, and the chances of seeing overpass dwindle dramatically. 5 sets of Kevlar here, Chad.
Well, I think Heroic have had plenty of practice. Remember, we covered off one of their earlier matches against Lin Vision, where Lin Vision did all the hard work, and then Heroic were able to pull off miraculous rounds, whether that was through great play from them or poor play from the Visionaries. Regardless, Heroic have practice in the clutch so far at the Major.
Cardia down to Nerds on Dark. Woxic trades, gets himself into the site. Should be seeing the plant here. It's going to be just kicks in that could potentially be covered off. And yeah, takes a pot shot.
Cancelled.
Run down. They cancelled the plant. It's going to have to just take this fight. The flash there, a bit of a team one. Madja still hits him. So now the bomb is down. And the round set for success for Eternal Fire. As I said, 5 sets of Kev. No smoke. No kit. No chance. TeSeS tested by 2. Double swing. Good clicks from TeSeS. So no. Not like this one. It's a 10-second defuse, Chad. Calyx just needs to live. XANTARES duking it out. Takes the shot to Shush, despite the sharp shooting out of TeSeS. Nikodos does get another. If they're on the defuse now, it's not planted for him. It's not planted for him. TeSeS just has to hit this shot, and they've done it. Heroic take the pistol. That is ridiculous.
Damn, another nail biter down to the wire, but this time the defuse will not betray Nikodos.
Who is this man?
Pistol. That is the first pistol for them, and TeSeS continues to deliver in the aim department.
They double swing. You're not supposed to get both.
He has been sharp as, right? He's showing, we've discussed it before, but Astralis may have picked up the wrong players. TeSeS with spray control in the past, it's something we've spoken about, but his aim has been on another level. He was beasting it up with the rifle on Vertigo. He had impact yesterday against Imperial. He had a massive 4K round in a 2-on-4 situation or 2-on-5 situation.
It's Shush and TeSeS right now with 2 impact rounds. Like the ones that broke the hearts of Eternal Fire.
Wow. We have seen Eternal Fire with success in these, and we can't stop that narrative because more often than not, they're able to pull these ones out of their arse. Let's see if they can do it again.
Okay, good old-fashioned AXEC.
Heavily fortified today. There's 3 players who immediately to respond to this.
Shush.
Gap to work with. Not cleared.
Gap. Lovely gap for him to profit. Takes down Madja. Bodies dropping. Eternal Fire completely extinguished on the second round force. XANTARES. Just the one so far on the Galil. That's a bit of a problem. You can see the damage dealt to Nikodos. Maybe XANTARES can work with something else. Nikodos gives him the fight. Versus 3 now. Nade on his face. Make it 2. How is he alive? 1 HP left on him. And they're just going to keep spamming. There's nothing for him to do there as a 7 scoreline. Make it 8 is on its way.
Yeah, this is no plan. So likely, unless they want to go Hero AK, they could drop one. I don't know if you'd want to have Woxic doing that. He's going to want to get out the AWP quick smart. But I can't believe the streaks in this game. 7 and then 7 back.
We just haven't had a single, like, trading blows.
Been no back and forth at all, and unless you count overtime, but even then.
Very unique set of results round-wise in this series.
Definitely, but Heroic, now that the context shifts a bit, you've picked up your opponent's map pick, you're on the more favored side on your map choice, and you're only a handful of rounds away now from securing yourself the next stage of the major. Yeah, and look, Eternal Fire have their chances. I think that's one of the keys with this team. We like the type of Counter-Strike that they can play. We think it's good team CS. They have the individuals who are able to contribute. It's the finer details. It's seizing your opportunities. And when you're playing against the better opponents, like the Phases, the Mausers, the Heroics of the world, this is where the differences need to be made. So as we do allow the first minute of the clock to slink by, a Milkman round as Heroic delivering all their goods. Smokes, mollies, flashes expended to be reinvested into the next. Don't expect an awful lot from Eternal Fire around like this. Kill a plant either would be very welcome. So now hit the 30-second mark, it will be a B finish.
Yeah, just kicks and jump spotting, and TeSeS has got himself with an incendiary ready. You can see this setup, it's designed to avoid catastrophe. And there we go. They'll be ahead of it.
Come on in, boys. The water's warm.
Mowed down by the kicks in MP9. XANTARES on the MAC-10 does only get the one. TeSeS controls the spray, and yeah, with 9 seconds left, just wants to die. Calyx escorted off the premises by TeSeS.
At least 7 of Kixon's kills have been against essentially full ecos, so he's loving it.
Yeah, I don't know, what were you implying, man?
I'm just saying, if anybody should be getting the full eco kills, it should be the in-game leader.
I agree.
As a former in-game leader myself,
let him have them.
If anybody should get them, it should be the man pulling the strings.
Agreed. Because he's busy. He's got other things to worry about, not the frags.
Let me have the ones where they can't really shoot back, guys.
Yeah, I'd like those. He looks great on the scoreboard. Right there alongside Nerds. And Nikados. He wants to end this with some pizzazz.
It was a team flash.
It was, and it's going to change the whole dynamic. They actually just back away. That's enough of that.
But that's something that Eternal Fire will need to sweep through with a second prong to clear out middle, because they could stay somewhat aggressively postured using their top cat smokes. XANTARES gets across in time, and he doesn't look too worried about anybody up close and personal. Window smoke in, connector smoke the same, and mid control being garnered now. That's ahead of this, feels committed, and XANTARES removes him.
Beautiful work. Do they go for this boost? XANTARES could be flicking. Spots him, adjusts, spam from behind, shush, braves the smoke. They're trying to punish B, but TeSeS was ready. He's aware, trying to play the gap on the smoke. But he's done his job. It's a 3v3 now, they have to commit through, but TeSeS brings the fight to them. He timed it to perfection, even some damage onto Wicardia.
Yeah, look how entrenched they are.
Yeah, they're ready for these fights. Everyone is here. Nikados onto Wicardia, and it's a Woxic clutch.
He doesn't expect both, Alex. There's no way he expects both to already be in the site. This is insane response time from Heroic.
Yeah, which is indicated by his aim towards the window. Here we go. To the bomb. Takes it out. Nikados, the only one. It's just Nikados is playing as if he's alone. The unknown entity wrapping around, and this shot is all it takes. 9 for Heroic. 4 rounds is all that separates them from the next stage of the Copenhagen Major.
It's a great shot from XANTARES. You can see exactly how they're limiting the options. Okay, so the molly's in. We know how it's going to spread. When I'm clearing this angle, I only have to worry about it. It's all great, all good. But it's TeSeS again with impact. We can't stop saying his name.
No, I'm very impressed.
Look, Magic grabs Kixon, TeSeS trades, and then grabs another. It's the second, right? It's the fact that he's stalling that out, not allowing it to get out of control. TeSeS's output today has been phenomenal.
And like once you've thrown that smoke, you don't really need to keep active. At that point, they're going to be crossing into the site. You can work towards, taking a more of a favorable engagement, but he also understands that that's what they're expecting. He takes the fight through the smoke, pushes through, catches Calyx just as he's transitioned. This is the second frag. Watch this. Watch the timing. Look at that. Calyx has just started to move off. As TeSeS pushes that smoke, he subverts the expectation, and it leads to 9.
Yeah, expecting to be respected is Calyx, right? To be given the ability to get into a more favorable position. And the premonition from TeSeS to catch him and the perfect time has left Eternal Fire scrambling. Well, we've hit the 9 in a row mark again, Alex. Are we going to make it 10?
Oh, God. Here we go again.
This is to have the longest streak. The Guinness Book of World Records will come out and say Heroic, in this specific matchup between Eternal Fire, have managed 10 consecutive rounds. Just 5 kills to get us there.
Madness. Across 2 halves. 10 consecutive. Strong finish in the first, and okay, this dude is unbelievable.
Burn, baby, burn.
XANTARES, good work. It's a dink exchange. The AK Supreme.
It's been left out, not to dry his XANTARES, but it would be great if he could have a contributor alongside. Now, he can be the opener, but he requires a closer, and Wakadia has been kept a little bit more quiet on this map. Only 9 kills thus far. Your Orpa of Woxic could also start having some impact, but we've only seen him have it in the previous and wasn't able to do anything with it whatsoever. Calix, you turn towards him in the clutch. I'll have to find him in one of those before he's able to pull it off. And here's Shush.
He's going to get into the shadow advantage position. Have a little bit of an extra premonition. And not a single kill.
Good damage.
Great damage.
Look at those. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
It's not an Orpa angle, and that makes it 10 times worse. He is in so much trouble if it wasn't for TeSeS providing the covering fire. Nikodos gets away with murder onto Woxic. Wakaadia's rifle gets nothing. Empty-handed as the 10 consecutive rounds continues for Heroic.
Maybe they'll just close it. Maybe they'll just shut the door on the hopes and dreams of Eternal Fire taking this to the 3rd and deciding map of Overpass and just get it done 2-0. Can start to look at the run for Heroic now as we edge ever closer.
That's so silly.
Opened up the account on Nuke against Lin Vision, winning that game 13-5, and that's when the Good Vibe tribe of Heroic, they were feeling it. They were having their way with the Chinese, followed up against a Brazilian dish of Imperial. That one was tasty. 16-14 morsel as boost over the smoke. That was a chance for Woxic. You got to hit those.
He's ready for this. He's anticipating it. There's 2 of them though. Oh, Spotted kicks in. Not going to be surely. Oh, he is.
Knows
yeah,
now.
he knows now. Oh, Shush stands his ground. Makes it a 4-on-4.
Just blocked over towards it. That was B-Apps. He went aggressive B-Apps, picking deep on Wakadia. So it was a 4-on-4 for a moment.
Yeah, only a moment. Now you've got XANTARES out mid with the other 2 working ramp. How can they turn this round on its head? This feels compulsory now, otherwise Heroic. He's going to be laughing all the way to the elimination stage. Good awareness from XANTARES as to the possibility of that window angle. Woxic searching and rewarded, takes down TeSeS. It's a big scalp. An impact player removed from the equation.
Shush is so good as an A anchor though. I don't think he'll give this away for free.
Nades the majority of that nade. Nikodos has caught XANTARES. Heavy contributions from their Orpa and the spam from Shush, as you said. Profit through the smoke, running them down. Oh, a chance emerged for Major.
Nice!
Rasmus getting some extra pats on the back for his contributions there. A triple kill on the A defense. Shush and TeSeS, the 2 more familiar Heroic names.
They could have had more rounds in that first half.
They should have.
2v5.
We all thought it was over. We're talking about Malta. And then all of a sudden,
They walk up short.
it falls apart as easy as that.
And a Shush clutch. And then there's been some TeSeS impact. Now it's a Heroic 2-0 looking extremely likely.
Can't quite believe it, man. Eternal Fire watched Furia yesterday and were inspired.
Look, one way to lock yourself in for the next stage is 13 consecutive rounds.
Oh, hello. Nikodos has got the info. Got the headshot. Takes down 1. Another. He's just racking him up. He's having a field day. Punished for the 3rd repeat.
Yeah, the repeat simulator got a little bit out of control there, didn't it?
It might be wise to avoid that in future. TeSeS, however, has had no issues here. Taking down XANTARES. Heroic. They just acting and playing like they're already in the next stage of the competition.
Well, you can see the confidence in their play style. That they've kept definitely a bit of the identity of Heroic that wants to stay active across the map, whether it be reactive or proactive. We're still looking for the definition. Maui might have that one, but was that coming out of EF?
Sounded like it might be like a motivational speech of sorts.
Okay, we do like a good motivational speech.
Yeah, and at this point, that's all you've got. Toxic Orb might have to be the difference maker. What's the call? Is this really where Eternal Fire and their hopes and dreams of a third map fall apart? XANTARES has gone for an opening. He's taken down TeSeS. That's got to be celebrated. That's got to be useful.
Oh, this has been a dominant half. Alex, the bomb's only gone down one round in the second half.
They have been really struggling. Great work from Kixon. Nades down Madja. He actually brings the fight to him. Have to time his jiggles right. Good work, Kixon. Taking down Madja.
There's 3 more now.
Cardia jiggling out on the Palace. Bomb on the back of Woxic. Need to maneuver into the A site. Can they set anything up? Can they give us any hope? The Turkish side can show some resilience here in the face of a fierce Heroic. In the sky. Damage inflicted onto Nerds. Calyx on the sandwich. Pushes forward. Nice find from Wicardia. Finishes off what Calyx started. Looks away. Averts his gaze. He's going to go down. It looks good from Kixon. He's closing it down. A triple kill from the IGL. Only Woxic can save Eternal Fire. Or Heroic will be securing themselves the 3-0. There it is. Heroic are off to the second stage, the elimination stage of the PGL Copenhagen Major.
Oh, damn, that one is going to feel good. And they did it in stylish fashion. 13 consecutive rounds to take their map choice. They look great on Vertigo. They pick things up here on theirs of Mirage, and they join the likes of...